Hey everyone, so it's been a while since I've played this game, but let's go back into Wreckfest. Now there has just been a recent update earlier this week that was pretty significant, and well, because of that, wanted to go back and see what's going on with it. I've had this game since it launched, pretty much. By launched, I mean launched in early access. I was one of the early supporters of it. I think I pre-ordered the deluxe edition as well, which, I mean, you shouldn't be pre-ordering things, but it did turn out okay, as the game has turned out well after a long development cycle. But here we go. Let's go ahead and try out some of the new things. Now, this is the career progress I have so far. I haven't played this game in months, so it's been a while. I have not really kept up with the development of things until now. But I know that they have sofas, and when I saw that I was like, yeah, I have to play it. So what we're going to be doing is driving this sofa car, I would guess. We're supposed to wreck an opponent, and I believe that this is the way that you win the sofa car, so let's give it a go. I'm very interested to try this. One thing in particular I'm interested in seeing is how much the performance has improved. People have been saying that it's quite a lot better, and I have the graphics settings decently low to be able to actually play it at 60 FPS, but we'll see. Alright, so for difficulty, we're gonna auto shift, but I'm going to leave all of this on. We'll even leave expert AI on. That might be a mistake, so I'm probably gonna lose a few races here, but we're all in the same car, so what's the worst that can happen? Okay, there we go. Well, the big question is, how does a sofa car steer? Is it just one? Oh no, okay, we just got a glimpse there. It's two steering wheels at the front. I thought we were getting into a Reliant Robin situation here for a second. One thing though is I definitely need that orange leopard print sofa over there. That is way too good. So as an introduction back into the game, this is pretty much exactly what you would expect. Yikes. I'm wondering what kind of engine these things have now. Like the headers out the back don't quite tell all, but it looks like it might be a V8 because there's four on each side. But then how do you wreck a sofa cart? Oh. Okay, I guess that guy's gonna demo it for us. Alright, so I'm experiencing a few... Oh, rip. Well, that was pretty easy. Goodness. And by pretty easy, I mean pretty easy to die. Let's try that again. Alright, so we're going to try this again here. Hopefully, can do a little bit better than before. I was saying before that I've experienced a few graphical issues, mostly with the skybox, weirdly enough. The sofa does not handle particularly well. But I figure as long as we live, then we might be doing better than most. And the risky situation, yeah, done. So as long as you can make it over that centerpiece and not get hit, you're probably gonna live. I want to keep trying this though. We'll do it a few more times to make sure that I can actually get the sofa car. Alright, we're coming up close on this leopard print sofa over here. Give him a bit of a spin. Dirty racing is definitely okay in this game. We're pretty safe on the first lap from that issue. Well, it's not an issue, it's an intended thing, but the sofas are pretty weak, so if I get hit there, then it's pretty much instant KO, at least in the 2 times that I've done it. But we have to get first, and the game also wants us to get a KO. So we need to, 1, be careful, 2, get first, and then 3, oh, avoid crashes like that, but maybe just kind of hit somebody slightly to get a KO. Oh my goodness, the sofas are pretty uncontrollable. Okay, I don't really know what you would expect though. It is a sofa. There's just a body in the middle of the field back there, and there's another one. This game is just becoming more like flat out every single update. Alright, oh, that guy just got taken right out, and now we've run over his body. Oh no, he's coming with us. I think he's still at the front. Oh no, okay, he was entangled there for a bit, but yeah, okay, we just spat him back out there. Still in 4th, we need to make up a few positions. If we finish the race, I'm going to move on to something else, though, for now. Disappointing finish, but at least we'll finish. I mean, hopefully. Awkward situation here. It appears that I am permanently stuck in the air. Okay. Quick reset and we're back to normal, but dang. Okay. We have failed the challenge, but I think it's time that we went on to some more hardcore vehicles. Maybe something with a little bit more stability. It might not be as comfortable though. Alright, why don't we try something called Crash Canyon. Now this is my favorite track from this game. I actually did do a video on it before. I don't know what kind of car I want to bring to this, by the way. Maybe, well, we can only really bring these two, so I think I'm going to end up going for the Rocket here. That looks like a Mustang. Let's give this one a shot. Now, the name of the game in Crash Canyon is to survive, as with most of the things in this game, but you also kind of have to be careful. Oh, apparently I am using this truck regardless. Okay, that's fine. That puts us at a significant disadvantage. I guess I didn't end up selecting the car that I wanted there, but that's okay. Hopefully we can make it. This is a heat-based thing, so we do have to win 3 times. The only thing we have in our favor is size, and maybe strength as well. But for now, I think it's best if we sort of disrupt the pack a little bit. We'll just get in there and start moving people around. We're not going to win this if we go for speed, so... ooh, that... ouch. Okay. Gotta be a bit careful. This one does have a few upgrades on it, just a couple of bash bars and bumpers to keep it safe, and as you can see it's got a roll cage as well. But the name of the game here is pushing people into oncoming traffic, and that's what I want to try to do. Oh, come on, buddy. That was only 1 point of health off him, and somebody's already out of the race there on their side. Unfortunate, but makes it a bit easier for us, and believe it or not, we are currently in second. Don't know how long that's gonna last though. Ooh, tiny car up in front. This guy is taking some risks. It's sort of the opposite of us, probably a faster car, but obviously a lot more vulnerable to being smashed. And I think that's about to happen. We'll just give him a slight little hit there. And he spun out, so we got a bit of a point for that. Alright, here we go. In first place, not really causing that many issues. Basically just driving the track as normal, but I fear that our slowness will start to cause issues here, as there are some people coming up the back. I must say that I am impressed. The game does run a lot better than it used to. Even when recording, I'm still able to get 60 FPS. I'm on pretty much medium settings, so yeah, that's good enough for me. Like that's definitely something I'm okay with. And it looks like we're probably going to come in first on this race, which is nice, so we'll be able to get to the second heat. Okay, here we go. We have to spin out 2 more cars, but apparently, well, we get to start in first, which is nice, but this is heat 2 out of 3. The last one, I don't know how it's gonna go. I assumed it would be elimination, but evidently it isn't, just because everybody's still here. There's still 16 cars. They just changed the time of day to, well, dusk, I guess. Like, what I like to do with Crash Canyon is set it for long laps. Set the cars, like the the AI cars on easy, and then just like push people off into the sides and see what happens. But the more laps you do, the less cars there are in the field because they keep crashing. Alright, we're doing pretty okay right now. No real collisions or anything other than with cones. This is a pretty clean race overall. I don't think anybody's even out yet, from what I can tell. Unless that's somebody up and around the corner. Oh no, that's just a shadow. Nice and easy round in the corners, only 3 laps once again, so not too much going on with this one. Now that I'm seeing the performance is a lot better in this game, I definitely think this is one to stream in the future. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd actually want to see. I haven't been streaming too much, but my internet is fixed now, so I should be able to do it a little bit more. Maybe once every couple weeks, we'll see. And there we go, first place, not bad. Even with expert AI, we're coming in first pretty easily. I know, okay, I'm at a bit of a disadvantage as well. Yeah, hopefully this last section here is a little bit more difficult. We still need to cause a bunch of damage, and we still need to spin out opponents, so I guess I can try and do those. But that last race was super clean, so there was no need to spin anybody out. I think I've only caused maybe like 20 or 30 points of damage. I haven't hit anybody hard. And there we go, getting hit hard immediately. So it seems like starting in first is a pretty significant advantage, just because I get a chance to clear the pack, and the pack is the biggest issue in this map. And once cars start to die, which it didn't really happen in the last race, that's when things start to pile up in the middle here, and that's when it gets rough trying to go through it. But in this case, you can just pull ahead and win pretty much. Not too hard. Oh, I just realized it's 6 laps for the final race. That's twice as many laps as we've been doing, so there is still a chance that things will get piled up there. Thankfully, I'm able to do these laps in like 38 seconds, even with a slower vehicle, so it's pretty quick. And I'm on the final lap here, just kind of skipping ahead because there hasn't been that much that's been going on with this race. With the expert AI, it runs pretty clean. If I started to mess with things and like throw cars in the middle or something, it would probably cause them a few issues, but it's definitely easy AI that are a lot more fun on this track. I think next time, maybe I'll try that. And that's it. We finished in first for all 3 races, so not bad. I also broke my fastest time. And we got mudders, or mud digger tires, I mean. Nice. So a few extra credits on there as well. I think I blew all my credits last time. And I've gone up a level as well. So what game would be complete without car upgrades? Now this game has upgrades that are similar to Forza, where you can swap your engines. I'm not even close to a high enough level to do that, but I could put on a new filter or something like that. I like it with this system. I remember originally they were going for like a marketplace thing, but this way it's a lot better and it just makes a lot more sense. Also, you can do paint jobs, different styles, and you can also change the color of it. Personally, I like this one. Alright, let's give this car a go. So this is a legit race, and I'm wondering how it's gonna go. It's a mixed circuit. This car, I do not know what kind of upgrades I put on it. Looks like it's 64% tarmac and 36% gravel. Okay. It appears to have some sort of meaty tires on there, so we should be fine. I'm just making sure the difficulty is... Let's crank that up to expert. I might have forgotten to change it before. I'm not sure. But we definitely want expert difficulty. Let's see how we can do here. Yeah, I definitely drive a little bit more aggressively in games like this. Especially like old flatouts, old burnouts. But that's kind of the idea, right? Like you want to be bashing cars and like taking names basically. Like that's the fun of these games. You reserve yourself in games like Gran Turismo and Forza and like Assetto Corsa. Not saying that all of those are simulation games, only really Assetto Corsa is, but you want to reserve yourself and not crash into people too much. But in this it's like, okay, it's my time to shine, time to go all out. Just this once. Okay, I do remember this track, although it's been a while. It's still about halfway through the pack. Ooh, that guy is attempting to spin me out. No luck for him though. We definitely have to take this first corner wide. Not saying I really know anything about driving. You've seen me drive in Beam. But maybe through games like this I can get a bit more practice. I mean, I have been playing racing games for a long time, but obviously it doesn't show. Just never been good at games in general. Takes time. Alright, we kind of got hit from the back there and thrown outside on that corner, and these guys are taking a bit of a risk, and yikes, it did not pay off. Somehow a tire made it all the way out there, but yeah, that wasn't bad. We're still in the same position as we were, and I'm kind of just praying at some point that the leader of the pack just explodes so we can maybe move up a few positions. That would be nice. I kind of just need to grind in this game to get more money for upgrades. And probably need a few upgrades on these cars to really do well. It just seems like we're lacking in speed. We'll have to see what kind of points, like again, it's a very Forza style system where cars are given points on their performance, so we'll have to see where this car sits on the leaderboard, and we should be able to see. So 124, there are a few people in the 30s, but we're higher than the average, so we should be doing better. It's definitely down to my driving. Let's see if we can do a bit better on this next round. Alright, different track, different layout. Let's see what we can do here. Norfolk Ring main circuit. So this one is more gravel than tarmac. Maybe we can actually soften the suspension and go for a shorter gear ratio, and we'll go slightly more to the front on our brakes. There isn't that much tuning in this, but I mean, we'll just experiment a little bit. Yeah. Hopefully that helps a bit. I don't usually tune in game, which is not a good thing. That's not a good habit to be in. That's something that I still need to figure out how to do properly. Okay, this is getting a bit intense here. There are 4 cars in a line, and this guy is really not wanting me to pass him. Ooh, that's a bit aggressive there, buddy. Okay, we managed to recover. That would not have happened in real life, but thank you, arcade racing games. These guys are not liking... Ooh, that was aggressive. Yikes. Okay. I think they're taking an alternate route, but Yikes, that was pretty aggressive. We are down to 10th here. That's worse than we did before. My goal is to do better than 8th. At least try to. Yikes. We might have to try that alternate route and see what that does. This is a much more tight track with high walls, so it's pretty hard to pass people properly. You really have to like hit them to get out of the way. I'm liking the short gear ratio though. I think that was a good idea. Oh, where's the handbrake? Ooh, I forgot what button it is. Either way, let's try the shortcut and see what that does. Somebody just broke our back window. We're gonna really shortcut the shortcut there and just go through a tire pile. And then I was gonna attempt to spin that guy out, but he's got a little bit more weight than I do, so just not possible in that case. Alright, here we go. Coming in, we still have, well, one more lap left now. One more lap to do better than 13th. I can hopefully get somewhere. 12th place currently. Definitely need to swap some engines. I want to keep this car and see, like my goal for this is to have a car in every class that I kind of go to, and then maybe some others for different times, but currently I've only got A, C, and D, I think, from my library you could see. And unfortunately we've lost the race, but that is to be expected. This one doesn't have an objective like that previous one where you have to... Oh, darn. Okay, I almost pulled ahead, but 10th place, dang. Okay, let's try and do better on the next one. Alright, here we go. Attempt 2. Actually, it's attempt 3 for this track. Let's see if we can do any better. This car does have some pretty good acceleration thanks to the gear ratio shift. You can see that we are pulling ahead really easily at the start, but a lot of these tracks don't have that opening at the beginning. Like, the last one was so tight at the beginning I got boxed in and I couldn't pull ahead. I couldn't use the short gear ratio advantage, but this time we've been able to do well, and I have been able to spoil it completely. Okay, time to do better. Back into 10th place. I was briefly in 2nd, that's the highest I've been so far with this car. Yikes, okay. Up into 9th, not bad. I see a group of cars over there we might be able to overtake on the asphalt section. It seems like I'm faster on the asphalt than most. It seems like pretty much everybody's set up for the gravel. And again in the straight line, this car really does rip. But around corners I'm suffering. Like, it's not going as well as I'd like. Up into 7th, 6th, 5th, come on. Oh, not rolling that corner again. But that was pretty intense there, goodness. Oh, I can't get around there. This guy was blocking. And now we're gonna have to use this guy as a shield to get around the corner. But maintaining 4th place, that's not bad. Okay, I'm finally doing something here. It just took a bit of an adjustment. There we go, final lap, and that was my best lap as well there. Up into 3rd, not bad, can't complain, but 2nd is really quite far, and so is 1st. I'm eager to see what my standing is going to be if I manage to make 3rd in this, just because oh no, I did it again! In the same place! Oh, come on. Yeah, so I did not learn there that my going into that corner a little bit too fast does indeed have consequences. Yikes, I have to be more careful. Front wheel damage, yikes, again. I don't think I'm on realistic damage for these races, pretty sure it's just the arcade, but... dang. Not doing as well as I'd like. 10th place again. Alright, for this one I'm going to stiff, and I'm going to try that instead, because it's more tarmac than it is gravel. That might be a little bit better for us. I'm eager to keep gaining money to upgrade this car though. I really want to see it shine, like get to the top of C-Class and get a few, well, durability upgrades, and then we can see what we'll do there. But so far it's okay, it's just not quite in the position that I want it to be in. So on the tarmac this car is a bit of a beast, but when you get onto the dirt it's suffering, probably because of my tune, also possibly because of my driving style. There are many factors that can contribute to not doing as well as you want. And we've taken the alternate route here, which has taken us pretty far around. Oh yeah, so it does split off, but everybody gets kind of collected in that one spot. Up into 2nd though, that's not bad at all. This car up in front is really fast. These tiny cars are risk takers, because you can get damaged really easily. I believe the engine is in the rear of the Euro car as well, but oh yikes, I keep hitting right bumper for handbrake because that's what it is in Beam, but that's not what it is in this game. I think I used to have one of those Euro cars on one of my previous Wreckfest saves before they ended up wiping the game, as they did a few times during development, but oh, okay. Still in second, but doing okay in terms of times. As long as we can stay consistent and not roll over like I was doing before, then maybe I can do a bit better. We have got a pretty decent gap between first and second, but also between second and third, so can't complain too much. Oh, and he's crashed. Oh, and I've crashed into him. Oh, yes. He is damaged and not gonna get up anytime soon there. That is perfect for us. Now, we've got first place. Can we hold it? That's the question. Only have to finish this lap. Come on. No rolling right now. Let's do this. Okay, he's way too far back. There we go. First place. Yikes, that took a while. Alright, let's see what we get in the finals. And I managed to get 1,000 credits. That's definitely something I needed here. We're up to 5k. I don't know, like, we're not going to get a full bonus for the event itself. Yeah, only 185 out of 400 and no stars. So, yeah, can definitely come back to that one and do better. But I did complete the regional juniors, barely, but I've completed them. And that means that I've opened up the national amateurs. So here's a quick look at the store. You can see that I can't afford any of these cars. Not even the cheapest one, which is truly sad, but this is the small Euro car I was talking about. The cars in this game are pretty sweet though. Lots of small stuff to deal with, lots of big stuff like this as well. If wagons are your thing, they've got a few of those. Yeah, it's well worth picking up just to drive some of these beasts. And I'm pretty sure that that is my favorite car in the game right there, the Road Slayer. Alright, so we're going to try something. And I mentioned it before, but I just have to do it. We're going to take the Bandit Ripper V8 on the Crash Canyon with 10 laps, 24 cars, realistic damage, and novice difficulty. Let's see how long I can last on this. Alright, I'm predicting that this is not going to go well, but I'm going to have a lot of fun doing this. Let's go ahead and smash some novices. Yeah, everybody's around the same class. Lots of Road Slayers. Let's go. And we are off. Okay, so far so good. This car is way faster, being a much higher class than the stuff I've been driving. But the metal mohawk on the top kind of makes it. 10 laps though, this is going to be interesting. Oh, that guy was flying. Novice difficulty. Oh, that guy might have just crashed himself out entirely there. But my goal in this is to take out the opponents. I don't really want to have to do every lap. I just want to crash into everybody. Oh, that guy just took a huge knock on the side there. Yikes. Oh, and another one. He is like flying with that El Camino. Or Ranchero, whichever you prefer. Yikes. People are crashing, but nothing too serious going on in the middle here. I see a lot of debris. I went for the realistic difficulty just because that means that stuff is going to fly off often, and things are just going to shatter, and that's the whole fun of this. Oh, there's somebody in my lane. Oh, I just missed them though. I wanted to take him out. Wrecking assist. Somebody else went down. There we go. Best lap, 35 seconds. Not bad. There's a casualty right there. The field is going to get a lot more full as time goes on. Oh, there's another casualty over there. He's blocking the way. Another one. And more ahead. Oh no! Oh, okay, suspension damaged. People are just dead everywhere, but we're dodging landmines at this point. This is the most fun I've had in a while. Okay, a lot of bodies here. Gotta watch out for those. Goodness, another one down. Another one bites the dust, as they say. Okay, I managed to live. Does that guy... is he still alive? Brakes damaged? How does that even happen? Front right wheel damaged? Come on. Okay, there can't be too many people left. Oh no, this area here is a disaster. Like, there are like 5 dead people right in the corner. That car is dead right there as well. Goodness, okay. You can see all of the knocked out cars by their gray spots on the map, I just noticed, so that's a handy feature. This guy is not looking too good. Sorry about this, buddy, but I just have to take you out. I gotta put you out of your misery at this point. I'm gonna end up lapping him now. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the road. Oh, don't make any mistakes. Small hit there, nothing too serious. I actually lost a lot of health for that, but I am still kicking around at 65%. Not bad. A little bit worried about taking a risky maneuver and then breaking myself, but the cars that are still in seem to be doing like pretty good at keeping themselves alive. Like there haven't been any knockouts for a while that I know of. What I really want to do though is catch up to the small group up there. They are like the surviving mob. Ooh, engine damage. And we lost a door as well. That's the kind of thing that I'm worried about. Just a couple of hits like that and you're gone. There's one up there. Only a few laps left. I'm just gradually getting slower and slower because I have to dodge all the corpses and the engine is breaking down over time, but hopefully we can just finish somebody off. Oh, come on, this guy's got no health. Ooh, that guy just finished himself off in front of me, and I finished that guy off too. I may have lost like 20 or so. Oh, and a wheel as well. Okay, we're doing the 3-wheel drive here. I think there's only 2 cars left, and probably not even. There's another one down. Oh no, he's not dead. And that guy is still alive. Okay, there are only 2 and me left right now. The work is almost complete. If we can finish off this guy and that other guy before the 2 laps are done, I'll be very pleased. Okay, I'm having trouble driving at this point. I can't get into my own lane, so I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. But it seems like... Oh, is that it? Is nobody alive? Oh no, I don't see anybody moving on the map. Everybody's DNF'd. My plan is complete. All I have to do now is struggle to finish the last 2 laps. But it worked. Realistic damage, the cars cannot last. Well, I mean, I kind of aided in the death of a few of them, but they won't last past 8 laps. Or I guess they were on 7 laps, but that's pretty cool to see. One thing that's cool about this is you can see the engine completely there. Oh, that was a mistake. 4 health. Oh no. Yeah, it seems like we're risking it all here for one final lap. 4 health is not much. Should I just end it? Should I end the race? Be the final one to DQ? It's possible that I go over one of these bumps and then hit the debris incorrectly and just die instantly. Like, that's how sensitive it is. Okay, we're so close. So close to finishing. Oh, the wall. Oh no. Okay, come on. This car barely has anything left in it, but we are, like, within... What is that? Like 10 meters of finishing? Finish line is literally right there. And... finished. The perfect event? I think so. Well, thank you for watching. That's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed just having some fun in Wreckfest, messing around a little bit. If you want to see more of this, let me know. I just want to say a special thank you to those who have decided to support the channel. Really appreciate your support. Specifically, we have Canadian Steel, Will, Slow Fried Chicken 69, and Boris Ramirez. Thank you for your support. Oh, it looks like my AI car is not doing so hot, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. Definitely gonna play this again, whether it be on stream or maybe in a video. Yeah, we'll have to see how things go, but yeah, see you again next week.